I'm Addison Smith with Campus Reform. We are here at the streets of Georgetown University today to get students' reactions to some of the craziest tweets, craziest comments that professors have made. Do students think that professors are actually able to completely separate their politics from the classroom? No animosity, no bias whatsoever? Let's find out. So a lot of students oftentimes complain about professors bringing their personal politics into the classroom. Have you guys experienced this, or do you think that that's a problem at all?
Well, I've definitely experienced it. I mean, we go to Georgetown, everything's political, let's be honest here.
I'm in the business school, and I personally haven't seen it as much as other people have talked about it. But I know friends that don't take business school classes, a lot of them have complained and said that they often can only express like one typical viewpoint.
I think that it's mostly a good thing, so I don't have issue.
I think most professors will keep their politics outside of the classroom.
I think it's normal, because everybody has their own opinion on politics, obviously. So I think in class, it's professional to keep it out of the conversation, just to be respectful. But in private, everybody can talk about their opinions.
Do you trust your professors or professors in general that they'll be impartial to students, that they won't, let it affect how they grade them or how they treat them?
No, I think there's always going to be some degree of bias.
I do. At Georgetown, everything is political, and I think that if you make everything political, then you have to kind of be partial when you are grading other students, because you know that they do have other opinions that aren't the same as yours. We are a very liberal campus, and when you have students who don't necessarily share the same views as professors, and then they're being treated differently in class, or their opinions are being treated differently in class, it's very obvious to everyone.
And I don't think at the end of the day anyone's going to be graded poorly for just having an opinion. I don't think that's what we're necessarily about here, for sure.
I feel like they don't influence my personal views. I feel like we can foster really great debate without really hurting each other.
I don't see that being something. Maybe there's other professors in the school that do that, but not in my opinion.
I think all the professors I've met have been pretty good in that area.
Yeah, I think that's what our university stands for, right? Because this is Georgetown, so it's really liberal, and so basically we are really inclusive in terms of different opinions.
Colleges have kind of skewed in one direction on the political spectrum. I feel like there's less tolerance for a diverse viewpoint.
I wanted to read to you real quick a few tweets and statements professors have made and get your reactions to it. This is an Iowa State sociology professor, and she said, "Lately I try to limit my interactions with white people as much as possible. I can't with the self-importance and performance, especially during Black History Month." This next one right here is a Mercer theology professor who wrote in a devotional, "Dear God, please help me to hate white people, or at least I want to hate them. At least I want to stop caring about them individually and collectively." We have a Syracuse religion professor who said that conservatism is a euphemism for white supremacy. And then this last one right here is from a Drake English professor who said, "I was just pondering how much hatred I feel towards all the Republican they need to suffer." So you see those tweets, reactions?
Those people are crazy. I mean, I think that's absolutely insane.
That is extreme.
Surprising, but not necessarily shocking. I think it's fair to say that a lot of people feel that way, but it's not necessarily voiced this way on campus here.
It's not appropriate, I guess, to say these things, because there's still a platform for professors to voice their opinion.
To this day, none of those professors have been fired. Do you think that they should be?
No.
Why not?
Because they are expressing the point of view of the minority, and I don't think the minority's point of view should ever be suffused as much as the harmful majority point of view.
There was another video of a professor saying she hopes Trump supporters die before the election.
And I've become the type of person where I hope they all get it and die. I'm sorry, but I said to somebody yesterday, I hope they all die before the election.
Let's say you were a Trump supporter and a professor said she hoped all Trump supporters died before the election. Would you feel comfortable with her knowing you were a Trump supporter?
No, of course not, no.
If you were a Trump supporter, would you let her know that in your class, or would you try to hide it?
I mean, I would probably try to hide it. Yeah.
Why?
I would be scared, for her lashing out towards me. If I had a professor who felt that strongly against my views, I would be uncomfortable taking their class.
There's clearly those professors have deeper issues than just what's being said, and they have something messed up in their mind. So
should they be fired?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's very irresponsible for any university to employ people who can't express their political views in a professional way.
Reading those tweets, it's very much like, I try not to interact with white people. That could be a problem to bring into the classroom because as a white student, of course, like I would want you to be able to interact with.
Yeah, you're gonna have to interact with some white students.
I can certainly see why students would feel very uncomfortable in a situation like that.
If you saw your professor tweeting that about people that believe things that you believe in and people who are the skin color that you are, if you're a white person, a conservative, you can't help but think in the back of your mind that they might show some bias towards you in the classroom. Do you think?
I've actually never thought about that.
They have signed control over your campus performance and the grading and everything, so I won't be comfortable with that.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out our latest video, click right here. And if you want to stay up to date on all of our content, don't forget to subscribe here.